Today on Northern Revolutions, I'm going to take a look at the U2 Songs of Surrender box set. So stay tuned. Hey, Vinyl community, welcome to Northern Revolutions. I'm Rob. Welcome back if you're returning. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to do a review of the U2 Songs of Surrender box set. This is a review I've been putting off for a couple weeks because, first of all, there's 40 songs in here. So I wanted to kind of live with those recordings and fully digest it before I gave you my opinion. And having done that, I'm still a little conflicted on what my thoughts are. So a little bit of background on Songs of Surrender. This is obviously U2's newest release. Came out a couple weeks ago. It's a project that the band's been working on for 2 years. I guess they recorded it during pandemic, stay-at-home situations. However, this really is not a U2 record. This is really, I'm going to call it a boredom project for The Edge, which Bono contributed to. Adam did record a few bass lines for this. Larry contributed nothing. They used some old tape performances, but he was going through back problems in that, so he doesn't play on this, and really Adam doesn't either. So, while it's officially a U2 record, it's really a Edge featuring Bono project. Not to say that detracts from it, but let's be clear what it is. The impetus behind this, I think it ties into Bono's memoir, where he wrote about, songs that have meant things throughout their career. And this was Edge taking a look back at U2's catalog and seeing how some of those songs have changed over the last 45 years. Coupled with the fact that Bono's voice sounds much different now than it did in, say, 1983. So what this project was a reworking, a reimagining, a re-recording of 40 songs that span their career. Some of them, it's just new arrangements. Some they've actually reworked some lyrics to give us a fresh new take on 40 U2 songs. It was available in a standard edition or the 4 LP or CD box set. So there's the cover. It's got 4 pictures of the guys. It's hard to see, but the title is actually embossed on the front there, Songs of Surrender. There's the track listing. I'll show you what's inside. There's 4 LPs. Much like the cover of the box. Each LP features one of the members of the band. It has their photo, and it has the album title in their handwriting. Same with the back, so that's Bono's. There's Adam's. Larry's. And the Edge. As I understand it, the reason that each band member has their own disc is, as I understand it, they pick the songs that went on their disc. I believe that's true. Within each disc, obviously, there's the record. But there are individual liner notes, lyric sheet, photo, and then liner notes. And this just happens to be the one from the Edge. And he gives a little preamble about what his thoughts regarding this project are. He concludes by saying, I hope you like our new direction. So, as I said, this was a project where U2 wanted to go back and revisit songs spanning their entire career and reinterpret them as they feel themselves a band today. The album is basically an unplugged album. No, it's an acoustic album. You know, I think of unplugged in terms of like MTV Unplugged. This isn't the full band playing U2 songs. This is Bono and Edge playing U2 songs. The typical Edge guitar, gone, which is fine. It certainly suits this type of recording. A lot of acoustic guitar, a lot of piano. Edge plays a lot of piano. He even sings 4 or 5 songs. Bottom line, it is a very interesting listen. I enjoy having these versions of the songs because most of them are markedly different from the recordings that we're used to. So it's a fresh take on some 40-year-old songs. So that's wonderful. The downside, in my mind, is while it's enjoyable, it's what I call a mood record. You kind of have to be in the mood to listen to it because it's melodic and it's quiet and subdued. Subdued, I think, is the best way to describe it. I find I have to be in the mood to listen to it, and I also find I can't sit down and listen to the whole thing. It's 4 LPs. I find one record is good enough. I start to lose interest beyond that. So it's kind of the thing that you have to listen to in sessions. If you just had the standard edition, yeah, you could listen to it start to finish, and I think that would be adequate. I find the 40 songs in here are a bit much because for me personally, it starts to feel a little repetitive. I just feel like I'm waiting for something to happen. I'm not trying to criticize it at all. That's just my overall instinctual feel having listened to this several times through. But the songs are well done. There are some that I think are really well done. Beautiful Day is fantastic. Bad is really good. That sounds funny. Bad is really good. I think the absolute best take on here is Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses from Octung Baby. Very different, but exceptional. All I Want Is You was really, really well done. But the flip side of that is there are a few that I think just really fell flat. The one that really, really sticks in my mind is Where the Streets Have No Name. That's such an iconic song, and what makes it iconic is that, 3 or 4 note repeating guitar build up that builds to this big crescendo, and then, the song starts, and that's not there on this version. As I mentioned, there's really no electric guitars to speak of. And I just find that song without that just really falls flat. Another one that I just was like, was The Miracle of Joey Ramone, which was off Songs of Innocence. Again, that one just, you're like, it's missing something. Like a car without an engine kind of thing. I thought Vertigo was a real letdown. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. Was not great. One of my all-time favorite U2 songs, but I just thought on this recording was a bit of a letdown. I think the one that probably I thought was the worst, I don't want to sound negative, but the one that just was most disappointed in was Desire. Great song, but on this acoustic album, Bono sings it in this falsetto voice that just does not lend well to the song. So I guess overall, there's half a dozen songs that I thought were awesome, and half a dozen songs that I thought just failed, and everything else I just thought was good. I know that sounds kind of like a mediocre review, and that's kind of my thoughts on this. It's as a U2 completist, I have to have it, and I'm glad that I have it, and I will listen to it. But it's going to be far from the first U2 stuff that I grabbed to listen to, just because for me, U2 is that signature edge guitar sound, which isn't here. And while I appreciate this for what it is, I just I don't think it's going to be something that I'm gonna gravitate to a lot. So if that's a lukewarm review, I guess it's a lukewarm review. Really wish that instead of spending 2 years working on this during the pandemic, the U2 had spent those 2 years working on their next album, which is rumored to be in the works as soon as Larry recovers from his back surgery. Apparently, they're doing, according to The Edge, an all-out rock album. So I'm pretty damn excited about that. But I guess new U2 music is new old U2 music is better than none at all. So I'm glad I bought it. Just not going to be that high up in the listening rotation. So that's my thoughts on U2's Songs of Surrender. If you have it, if you've heard it, I'd really like to hear your thoughts in the comments. Please let me know. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Catch you on the flip side. Bye.